damn, a damn Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
Now cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose.
Alabama, here comes the heat. Cornelius Bennett. Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Dante. Alexander first down and more.
Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns it corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
If you are not hungry, you need to check yourself.
Hey, what papers you got? You gotta go get it and go out.
Right now is your chance. Right now is your opportunity. Right now, you gotta make today count.
Roll Tide, everybody. Roll Tide. Happy Tuesday. Roll Tide Tuesday to you this April 23rd, 2024. It is me. It is not a ghost. I'm not a figment of your imagination. I am here in the flesh. Roll Tide and rise up. I'm back in the saddle again for the night. And good to be back. Been a minute. A lot of stuff going on, working and not, whatever. But I am so happy to be here. Good to see everyone in the chats. And we're going to do it like we always did. And, I can't do it by myself. I have to bring my guys along. So first, we got to go up to Denison, Iowa. We're going to pick up my good friend, my brother, Mr. William Bryan. Reverend Feelgood.
I want everybody to think here for a second. How much does this game mean to you? Because if it means something to you, you can't stand still. You understand? You play guys. You play strong. You go out there and dominate the guys you play against and make the damn quit. That's our trademark. That's our MO with the team. That's what people know us as.
Roll Tide, real.
Roll Tide, roll, man. It's good. Glad to see you back, my friend, my compadre, man. Good to see you.
Man. Yeah, man. Good to be here. Good to be seen. Good to be with you, brother. It's been a minute, and feel like old time, man. Feel like riding a bike. I just get back on.
Sure does, man.
Going. All right. Well, we got to keep this stagecoach going since we all posse. We got to keep the stagecoach going, and we're gonna roll on down to North Alabama, and we're gonna pick up the one and only Mr. Alabama Tide, AT, sir.
Where it doesn't just roll out great players. He and his staff develop them. It's all about the process.
There he is.
Love it.
Oh, it's Pop.
How you doing, bro?
Hey, guys, I'm locked up, ready to rock, baby. I tell you what, mount up, regulators. We're going to have a good time. The posse's back together with you, Mr. Rise Up. I'm so proud to be back with you, man. I can't explain it to you, but glad to see you, brother.
Just like old time, baby. Like old time.
Yeah. Tell it to us.
Next up, we gotta get the big brother. Can't forget the big brother. I mean, this is the engine that keeps this thing going. We're gonna stop up in Tennessee to pick up our big brother, Mr. Spencer. Spencer, come on in, brother.
I'd like for people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't ever been nothing but a winner.
Alabama defeats Miami. Calling has succeeded.
This is not the end. This is the beginning.
Just in case you missed it. Roll Tide, everybody. We are Bam Dam, a damn Alabama family. And don't you forget it, brothers and sisters. Gut Nation forever, brother. It's going to be
Forever.
a good show tonight. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a show. It's going to be a show y'all won't ever forget. Roll Tide, brother. Good to see you rise up. Good God, good to see you, brother.
It's good to be here. And I got to ask that dude behind the counter, behind the curtains, behind the boards, you got to stick your head in, sir. Icebox, come on in here, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, man. Listen, it's been a while, y'all. I have to say hello to the people in the chat. Brittany B, hello. MFR Jones, man, good to see you. Cajun, I love you too. Love you always. Be jamming. Jeff Stapleton, everybody in the chat, I want to say hello. I miss you guys. I miss talking and chatting and talking to us. Like my big brother said, we got a great show for tonight, as you can tell by the title. But before we get into anything, as per usual, as always, my favorite part of the show, I'm gonna turn over to my big brother and let him go ahead with the dedication. So Spencer, sir, it's on you.
Thank you, sir. It is my great honor and sadness to dedicate tonight's show to this young man, Anthony Alexander Jr., Citizen Honors Awardee, 2023, last year. This young hero from Collegedale, Philadelphia, was awarded the Citizen's Honors. Anthony Alexander Jr. is selected as a Young Hero honoree for his acts of heroism on February 21st, 2022, when he came to the immediate aid of 3 young children in imminent danger of drowning in a pond. Alexander pulled the first child to safety with a branch, then swam out to grab another child, pulling her to the side of the pond and safely out of the water. He then re-entered the water again to rescue the third child. And I hope y'all understand this. Philadelphia, February 21st. This was cold, y'all. This was freezing water. And this young man saved 3 children. 3. Without no regard for his own safety. The 17-year-old Anthony Alexander Jr., at the age of 17-year-old this year, was shot and killed January 29th by a 16-year-old in Upper Darby near Philadelphia. Anthony Jr. had been at a Philadelphia Eagles playoff watch party, his parents said. The shooter told the police the gun accidentally went off while being passed around during a Instagram live stream, reported. Though Anthony Jr.'s parents say they don't believe any such live stream encounter even happened. Anthony Jr. brought everyone together with his humor. He was a peacemaker who fostered a special relationship with everyone he came in contact with, even strangers, as he's shown when he helped to rescue the 3 children from an icy pond. At this time, I want to bring everybody on and give this young gentleman the credit he is due. So here at Bam Down Sports, Anthony Alexander, for your heroic actions, saving these 3 lives, we at Bam Down Sport, we salute you, sir, and you will never be forgotten. Now, before we go on, I ain't getting off of this yet before I pass this around. I want everybody out there, I want you to hug your children. I want you to hug your grandchildren. I want you to hug them all. This man was a God angel sent down to save these kids' lives. And then just a year later, his young life gets taken by, we really don't know why. It don't matter why. The fact it should not have happened, period, to a young man this way, but it did. So please teach your children. Please tell them to be careful. Please tell them to avoid situations. If you're at a party, there's going to leave. Just leave. Say, love you, bye. Gotta go. Whatever you got to do. Let's let this young man's tragedy be a learning for every young person out there. And for anybody listening that's hearing this, please teach your younger children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, share this information with them. It's that easy. It's just that quick. This could happen to you too. But to you, Anthony Alexander Jr., to me, you're an angel, you're a hero, and I will never forget this story, and I will pass it on as long as I live. Rise up. What do you think, sir?
Man, listen, that's heartbreaking. I'm one for bearing arms. I'm an advocate for it. I believe in, everyone has that right to bear arms, but with that right comes the responsibility.
Thank you.
Guns are not a toy. It is not to be played with. You have to respect the gun. You have to respect any weapon, not just a gun, any weapon. And if there is a live footage, if there was a live or whatever that said was going on, it should be still somewhere where somebody should be able to put it and to see what happened. But they are not to be played with, man. These kids with these guns, and they thinking it's cool and fun, and someone's life is gone because of that. I had a high school friend who really wasn't in high school. We didn't make it to high school. It was in 7th grade, and that happened to him. Gun was being played with, and somehow went off, and young man Woodrow Pruitt, he passed away, and so that's just, I don't know, man. We it's I don't know, senseless. Somebody's kid, not taking away from what he did, the good deeds that he done, but I mean, just, oh my God. I pray for his parents. I pray for his parents. I pray for him.
Amen.
William?
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, you pretty well said it. There needs to be supervision. If I'm gonna say, if you're under 21 at least, or 25 is where the brain, they say, is fully developed. Maybe even that, before you can be able to handle a gun. My view, it should be up to the parents. It shouldn't be the government to get involved and step in on that. Parents should do that. They should think about that. And to see this young life just gone, and what he did that year before, man, them precious children, and they're here because of him. And that gets me right here. He does something like that for children, Disregard, like Spencer said, just disregard, man. He went in there and did what he needed to do to get to rescue them. And I thank you, sir. And I'm not going to forget you. And I'm pointing up because I believe you're up there, brother. Go ahead. Somebody.
AT?
Gentlemen, just imagine. Hats off to you, young man, for the rest of the show. Just imagine if this had been a year earlier, if he got killed a year earlier, these 3 children he saved would not be here now.
Right.
If it had been reversed, there'd been 3 more lives. And guess, think about the lives he could have saved maybe going forward. This young man was obviously had what it took to be a hero. He had what it took to be an outstanding young man. He was an outstanding young man. He had it in him to do more down the line. He might have joined the military. He might have solved these things that solved a bunch of murder. He could have. It's horrible, guys. For any parent to lose a child, I can't imagine. So, Mr. Anthony Alexander, God bless you, brother. You're going to be sorely missed. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Well, at this time, go ahead. Go ahead, Icebox.
One more time. A good-looking young man that was future of his generation is gone because of senselessness. People, raise your kids, teach them about these things. We don't need lives like this gone. It breaks my heart too. I want you to look at them real, real good. Be sorely missed, and it's just awful. Guys, keep this in mind.
Amen. All right, at this time, we're going to swap over to the recruiting news. Recruiting news brought to you by Nick Saban Jr. Come on down.
So what we do is important, but how we do what we do becomes more and more important. And that's for every guy here. We got to do it better. Our goal is to have the kind of team that nobody wants to play. And that means that we have to impose our will to dominate the competition all the time. It's all about what does it take to break you.
Nick Saban, can you hear us, sir?
There he is.
Yes, sir. What's going on? What's going on, baby?
Trying to figure out what's going on in the newsroom over there, sir. What you got going on in the newsroom, sir?
And it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. A lot of people to play to watch for, and I've been keeping tabs on that for part of the time. Not a lot of movement been going on as normal in the trench, which is a good thing. I heard Curtis Perry might have entered the transfer portal, and I don't know. But one guy that I am particular is the guy from Arizona State, Ed Woods. The reason why, because he entered the portal yesterday, and Alabama is big on his list. And the reason why I like this guy is because he comes from a 4-2-5 defense, a defense which held the high-powered Washington offense to only 15 points. So I look at this guy as somebody that you go into the portal and get, they can come right away and contribute to a team with a young secondary. And I like the fact that he played with a team that, he knows what this defense is about. 4-2-5. Portal, a whole bunch of players, and meaning that comes to the program and can contribute. So Ed Woods is sore. He will be on campus Friday and stand until Sunday. So hopefully a commitment this weekend out of this guy. Hopefully we can get a commitment. Before high school ranks, it's a lot of players that can possibly come to Alabama just because. No, I'm not doesn't mean they come to Alabama. These are players that I'm watching for. One guy is Anthony Rogers, somebody that has been to me what I consider an OG commit. Anthony Rogers, he transferred last year to IMG, and now he is currently transferred over to Carver Montgomery from IMG. He's 5'8", 185. He's committed to Alabama. I don't think we really have worry about. I think, but other states, Iowa State just also. I think he's solid. My opinion. Next, somebody that I'm really high on. Cunningham, offensive lineman. And Cunningham at the moment, Mississippi State is high as list, but Alabama is this lots of visits to Alabama. Have a big to get 5-star ranked number 17, 3. See when this he 6'3". Better guy. Somebody I personally have a chance at getting him. I really can't count him. Georgia's in the lead right now. For this guy, I think we have a chance of winning, though. He's 6'5" class. He's ranked 150. Number 22 in the.
Okay, I think it's cool.
We just lost him. His internet was going down, and we just lost. Next day, maybe he'll log back in here just a second. I got some questions. I mean, I do like his picks. I ain't denying. I really hadn't thought about it because y'all know how I feel. Until I see you on the grass at Alabama, I'm really not thinking that much about you. Just being honest about it. It's just who I am because there's too much can go on. Somebody come out here and I'll put down you in one spot, you'll be gone. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, Rise Up?
I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm with you on that one myself. I feel the same way. But hey, it's good to have the buzz and the talk and everything because it falls right in line with the topic for tonight. You know. You back, Junior?
He's back. He didn't even know he was gone. Oh, he was talking when he came over. He didn't even know he was gone.
Hey, Junebug.
Yeah, give us the last one you was talking about all over again because you just dropped out. Okay. Give us the last one.
Okay, I was talking about the has committed to Alabama. He was currently right after Alabama. He had the fourth appointment. Me personally, the guy, that's his height. He's 9'1". It was 85 star commit. Speed Demons will take the top off defense. When I talk about, I compare him to the Jalen Waddles, the Tyreek caliber, in my opinion. That's the type of talent I think this guy has, in my opinion. But Lazio like him a lot. This guy on my list. On my list. Hold on. Franken Jr. He's been crystal ball to Alabama. That's Alabama. Usually when the kid gets crystal ball, it's probably more like ball to. Kid, I like him a lot out of Texas. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
Can now. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. I've got a question for you, Nick Saban Jr. What do you think about our transfer commit kicker, Graham Nicholson? What do you think about him?
Graham Nicholson. This guy was a bit pickup. Mike sound crazy. I think it was a big pickup, yes. Will since Cook Rock. But we're talking about a guy in the country award, the Luganza Kicker Awards. The record with the 28 last year. You get a kicker like this really changes the dynamic because that is spot on. So it comes different. One thing's been different, you know, it's clutch. So strategic pickup. Strategic pickup. He was gonna be that guy, but he played that game. It was testing, and as fans, hey, when anything you missed a kick was something that you didn't want to see. Look, that big too was just a, but that out to time.
I agree with that. I mean, I like that pickup. Go ahead. Hey, AT, you had your hand up. What were you going to say, sir?
I was going to ask Nick Saban Jr. about Takaro. I can't say it. Takario Davis and Tora. The guy's name is Pride. One's called Davis. One called Pride. They're both out of the transfer portal. They're both DBs. I was going to see if you knew anything about them. I can't say that. It's like Takario Davis and Toria. I got it wrote down wrong. Toriano Pride, or I think that's how I wrote it down. I can't read my own writing when he got caught. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, but do I think because our secondary is young, very talented, very talented, young. You don't really need DBs like that. We go after. I haven't heard about him. I personally got to look at all the experienced guys. You know, with young secondary, but young guys.
Right. Well, William, I got a question. William, is there anybody that you're looking, or any position that you're looking for to maybe tackle in the transfer portal? I know we maybe kind of light in the offensive line area. We need some depth there, because if someone gets hurt, I think that, you know, but we maybe have one backup up, so, you know, at certain positions. So is there any, if we can get anywhere in the transfer portal, is there anybody that you are looking at, or any, you know, in a particular position that you may be looking at?
Well, not especially, but I do agree with B. Jammin. I think he said our wide receivers and tight ends. We need to have depth in that on both of those, I think. So yeah, we need somebody that can get on downfield and you know, just have the quarterback be spot on getting the ball to him.
Right. Okay. Well, we're going to bring it to the topic of the night, which is all hail Coach Deboer. Right. That's the topic, and we all know that, you know, we can't say it enough time. We can't say it enough time. We've been spoiled with Nick Saban. We've been spoiled for the last 17 years. We had Coach Saban, and you know, the things that he brought to the school, to the program, not only on the field, but the things that he did off the field, the things that he did with the kids and all the different, you know, charities and things that he did. See, people, I look at a person with, as you know, their whole body of work, not just because he won us football games. And, you know, some fans, some so-called Alabama fans, now that Saban is gone, it's out of sight, out of mind. You can't just out of sight, out of mind with all this, man. We wouldn't have the facilities that we have if it wasn't for this guy. You have to put all of that in context and where we're sitting and who we have here today. We wouldn't have Coach Deboer if it wasn't for Saban. I really believe Saban played a big part in getting Deboer here. Now that Deboer is here, he's at the helm. He's running this ship. And it's all hell to Coach Deboer. It's all hell to him. I'm gonna say my little piece, and I'm gonna go to Spencer because I know Spencer has a lot to say on this. You know, I tell you guys all the time. I look at a lot of different podcasts, and you know, because I'm catching up. I want to know what sports world's thinking. College sports. I don't really care about a lot of other stuff, but college football in particular. You know, what's the post? You know, we was all expecting a real big, crazy mass exodus of kids from schools here when the second portal opened up here just last week. And it really didn't happen that way. Colorado lost a lot of players, but for the most part, a lot of schools, you know, may have lost a person or two here and there, but it wasn't this mass exodus that we were thinking, right? So, with all that being said, Deboer is here. He's got our guys locked in. For the most, I mean, these guys are here. They're locked in. They want to play for this guy. But I've been hearing a lot of people on a lot of different channels say things. Let me back up. I've been seeing, I read, because when I'm in these different podcasts or whatever, I'm looking at the chats. And I've noticed that a lot of fans of other schools, you know, they have some wind in their chest now. They feel their chest and filled up. You know, they done been in the gym, you know, doing some bench press. And Alabama is all said and done because the boy can't get it done. Alabama is over and finished with. And I think everybody's going to be in for a rude, really rude awakening. I really do. Will we win the championship this year? I pray to God we do. I don't know if we will, but I'm praying to God we do. I promise you I'm praying to God we do. But I think we're in for some pleasant surprises here at Alabama under our new head coach, Kalen Deboer. And I'm going to give it to my big brother because I know he has something on this topic he want to talk about. So Spencer,
well, you just led me up to one thing that I've got to address right now. Oh, yes, we are going to win the national championship this year. We are going to have Coach Deboer. Oh, hell, Coach Deboer. Oh, hell, Coach Deboer. I tell you right now, he is going to be the first year coach ever to win the national championship. This man's bringing it home for the University of Alabama. Y'all don't like it, just deal with it. That's what I got to say on that one. Now, moving on. I will have to say we got to give credit where credit is due. And you are so right, Rise Up. For the most part, we have the spring portal window that is still open right now.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be some more people who jumps in it.
Right.
But at this point, we've had very few players jump into the spring portal, even after the spring day game, which, let me remind everybody what we said on this show after spring day game. The way he did his spring day game might be a very brilliant tactical way of doing it without losing people that nobody knows who's on first, second, or third string. He did a very tactical, you know, to me, for college football, he's like, Kentucky's old coach, Calipari, Kadicki, whatever the hell his name is. He was a master of one and dones. He started it. He was a master of it. So we got Deboer in here. He knows how to play the game, y'all.
Right.
He's playing the game, and it's looking great. So to me, oh, hell, Coach Deboer. Well, back to you, damn Rise Up.
Okay, I'm going to go to William. William, what do you think about this, sir?
I think we're going to get it, man. It's going to be the first year coach. Win it. Bring it all in. Come on, baby. Come on back to Tuscaloosa. It's here. and you know, I hope that I was going to say that I agree with somebody in the chat. If things do try to go awry, I think you're going to be on their damn ass chewing them out. If it's going to be the one of the coaches or it's going to be a player or maybe both, you know, but I don't see it. I mean, I think they're going to buckle down. I think these assistant coaches already said, okay, we're coming up on the summertime. We can't have anything to do with you, but y'all go out there. You know what you need to do to get yourself fit so that you can come back and get this thing done. So y'all go ahead. I'm on this shit. Go ahead.
AT.
I gotta tell you guys, 100% correct. You know, he asked us a couple weeks ago how many we thought was going to lose through the transfer portal, and I thought at least 15. I mean, I thought we would have a whole bunch of them pull out and leave, and they were gone. And I this last week I sat on here and said how much I hated that A-Day game and how I didn't like it. But what he just said is 100% correct. These guys didn't leave because they didn't know if they was first, second, third, or whether they was all getting mixed into play. They didn't feel like they was not wanted or not needed. And so I think that put a lot into these guys staying. So, hey, Mr. Spencer, you're right, buddy. 100%. I'm with you. You got dead on. Good.
Nick Jr., if you're still here, what do you think about it? If you can hear us.
He might have to go back out and come back in. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't see him.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say this.
When we come back, here he is. Here he is. Well, I definitely want his take on this one. Here you go.
Yeah, Jim. What's your take on it, Junior? I think he's still freezing up over there.
Wait, he's got 4 bars right now, Junior. Can you hear us?
I don't think he hears.
Can't hear us? Let's say because he got 4 bars going now.
Okay.
He ain't blinking.
Well, we'll try him again. You hear yet?
Well, I will say this. In
Go ahead.
The 8-day game, I was thinking we were going to lose at least one quarterback, and to have all 4 quarterbacks stay, that's a hell of a chess move. That's one hell of a chess move. Now, Spencer, segueing from there into this question to you: do you think during the regular season that he will rotate players, put other players in to get playing time? Because, over the last couple of years, we talked about certain players, and we may have been high on them. Like, hey, man, we heard good things about this guy in the spring or in the fall camp, and he had a great 8-day and this and that. And we don't really see much of him, throughout the year. And they did great things. We hear about him every practice doing great things. So do you think going into the season, he's going to rotate players in and out to keep them interested, to keep them feeling like they're making a contribution, to keep them feel like they're not wasting their time, and also for the experience? We always talk about this. We always go back to Ajayi Hall, even though I think a lot of that was on him and his selfishness. But if you get these guys in and they have some kind of game experience, it knocks the it breaks the ice, knocks the nervousness out of, okay, I done got out in front of how many people. That's out of my system. I done warmed up to that. I done took a hit or I done gave a hit in the SEC. So, that's out of my system. The crowd knows I'm used to that on the field. I'm learning how to read the snap counts or whatever it is that you're facing, any adversity that comes with experience. So do you think that Spencer, that he would rotate people in and out, to keep people fresh, but also to keep these guys going and here and still locked in? What do you think about that, sir?
Well, to answer your question, you're 110% correct, because me and you both and these horsemen have been preaching this for 4 years now.
Right.
Well, 3.5. But this has been our biggest topic. We need to get this done. But when you are saying, what do I think Coach Deboer is going to do? I have no fucking clue.
Right.
This is my first year. I'm just impressed with what he's done so far. Now, I've got to see how it goes from here. I mean, just like we talked about our last show, one of the things I would love to see, we would love to see, is him gave the kickers more time.
Right.
He gave the quarterbacks good rotation. He gave everybody good rotation, but not the kickers. Well, it's a damn good reason, I guess, because he had to recruit one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, Nick Saban Jr., can you hear us now?
Yes, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
I
good.
can. Good. Ask him the question. I want to know the last question. I want to know his answer.
Going back to I forgot what the question was.
You sound like me now.
Something about recruiting is all I can tell you.
I forgot what the question was. I really, man, I'm so hyped. You know, I ain't been here in a minute, man.
I know.
Just
Don't
a call,
feel bad.
bro.
I did too. That came off the top of my head. It wasn't written down, so I do apologize about that. Anyway, Nick Saban, what do you think about this question that he was just saying? Do you think that Coach Deboer is going to be a coach that gives people playing time, swapping them in and out through the years like he did at spring game?
Yes, I do think it, because I go back to something Coach Freddie Roach said in the beginning of all this. He made a comment saying that we have a deep rotation of defensive linemen. We just got to get these guys playing time, keep rotating it and developing and letting them have fun. So by him making that one comment made me feel that, like, okay, I think that this coaching staff gets that we got to pay these kids to keep them intrigued. And when you pay these kids, they get better by playing. A lot of kids just don't get better by going to practice and watching it. It's actually a game time situation that gets you to where you need. So do I think that's going to happen? Yes. The way he handled the spring game, I love the way he handled the spring game, offense versus defense, because I initially said when I heard that, I said that this is going to be a way to be able to rotate a whole bunch of players, get a whole bunch of players playing time. And we've seen that in the spring game. And I think that is going to be key for Coach Kellen DeBoer. And I think he knows that's going to be key, especially due to the transfer portal era. With kids leaving, you have to find a way to keep these guys intrigued. Rotation. You got to make them feel like they are part of the team. You got to make them feel like they're contributing to the team in some aspect of the game. I've been saying this, like you said, for 3.5 years now, that the process is the process. I love the process, but it was time to modify the process. And that is the way I was talking about modifying the process. You got to get these kids playing time. You got to play them. So rotation, I think rotation will be key, and I think he understands it, and I think we will see a lot of rotation with Coach Kellen DeBoer.
Okay. Who's next? AT? William?
AT?
Yeah, I think he'll rotate him more simply because he saw what was going to happen with the transfer portal. And that's what I thought was coming. I thought we could lose 15 kids or better to the transfer portal, but he's keeping them interested, making them feel they're part of this team, making them, and if they they're going to get a shot, they're going to get he's done a wonderful job. I mean, I agree. He's going to rotate everybody he can. If you can hold up for 4 plays, you're going to play 4 plays. If you can hold up for 15, you play 15. That's exactly what I think. That's what I think.
One thing I like about it, too, he's not shying away from playing the freshman. He's not shying away from giving freshmen a chance. That's what I really like about it. He's not shying away from the freshman.
Okay. William, what do you think about that rotation and getting those players in to keep them interested and keep,
I agree with it, with what you fellas are saying, but with Nick Saban, when he was coaching, he was more interested in trying to run the score up, and there's nothing wrong with that. But my question to all y'all is: do we have the team that can run the score up with the rotation that we'll have with the players that we got? I see two heads shaking.
They're playing on offense.
Right, on offense.
That's where he's going.
On offense.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, but listen, I'm gonna go back to the year Mac Jones was here, 2020.
Yeah.
And we played Ole Miss, right? We had to run a score because our defense couldn't stop a damn thing. Right?
Yep.
We were going score for score. I think we finally got a stop or whatever. And then with Lane Kiffin doing his Lane Kiffin, you know, Kiffin's gonna Kiffin. And he's going for it on 4th and forever. And he made a couple of bad choices. Instead of punting the ball and playing field position, he decided to go for it. And that gave us the upper hand. We got the ball. That year, it was hard to stop Alabama. It was hard to stop us from scoring. And so, you know, we if the defense don't hold up, we ain't gonna have no choice but to run the score up to beat somebody. We're gonna have to basically be a Pac-12 type team to just outscore them. So the defense is gonna have to come in and do what they need to do for us to be able to run the score. So
all right. Icebox come in on you there. Rise up and ask you a question. When you was on the show last, you was talking about you think we're a 10-2 season team. What do you think now? The same or different?
I can see us losing. In the Alabama in me want to say we're going undefeated.
Well, duh.
Yeah,
The Crimson Tide in me saying we're going in undefeated. But I can see us losing at least one game, maybe two. Listen, right now, I don't know if y'all guys know this. They kind of got us sitting behind Ole Miss, right? They got us sitting behind Ole Miss. So it's Georgia, Ole Miss, then us, you know. No, Georgia, Texas, we 4. The Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, then Alabama. I think then LSU, and then, you know. And I even seen some polls where they had Missouri ahead of us. Depending on what I was looking at, I didn't see, you know, they didn't have Missouri ahead of us. That shows you how much they don't believe in what is at Alabama right now. That shows you the weight of Nick Saban. And that goes back to all hail Deboer, because they're truly disrespecting this man.
Yep.
Right? This man just came from a national championship, people. Do you understand that this man just coached a national championship team? Or a team in the game, even though they didn't win. And if Alabama fans, when he didn't win, well, he lost to the same team we lost to. So, and the team he lost to are the national champion. That's a beautiful loss. Even though it may hurt, you didn't win it. That's a beautiful loss. So I listen. People are worried about Georgia coming to Tuscaloosa. I'm not worried about Georgia coming to Tuscaloosa. I'm not.
Nope.
I'm gonna tell you who I'm worried about. And y'all may look at me like I'm crazy. I don't like LSU. Don't like them. I know they got some issues. They got some questionable quarterback play, but we have to go to them in their house. And that's a hell of a place to go. We know it's gonna be a night game, especially if we looking halfway decent. It's gonna be a night game. So going there, I'm not worried about Auburn's coming here. We always know the Iron Bowlers or whatever, but I'm not worried about Auburn. They got to come here. It is what it is. I'm not worried about Georgia. I see us maybe tripping up over LSU. So I see us being 11-1, if anything. If not, you know, undefeated.
What do you think, Junior?
Woo.
At this point, we haven't addressed this, so
it's one of those things you can't ask me this because I don't give a piss about them by the time. I don't give a piss about the time.
Answer the question.
And it's one of them things that you know they look at us crazy.
I got some pull-up diapers in here if you need them now.
it's one of those things that when you talk to a Bama fan, of course, most Bama fans are gonna say we go undefeated. We say it every year. But when you talk to people like us that really knows the talent on the roster, yes, we lost people in the early part of the transfer portal, but were they really key contributors? No. So when you go back to the talent aspect on this roster, they say we crazy, but it's very possible that we could win a national championship. Do I think we have a little issues this year? Maybe so. I can't say who we could lose to. I can't say it. LSU is a team, of course, because they're gonna play us hard, especially going down to Death Valley. They hate us down there. Like them people hate us down there, and they go crazy. They gonna play they gonna play their heart out. When we had Mac Jones, I think it was Mac Jones that year. I forgot what year, but they played us so close. We weren't even supposed to play them close.
Right.
But it's gonna be some games this year that probably give us some issues, but I think we can win a natty up under Coach Kellen Deboer the first year because of talent. Talent is not an issue with this team. The talent is not an issue. Now, when the team start going through adversity, everybody's saying they locked in now, but if adversity pops up, we're gonna see how truly they're locked in then, and that'll determine a lot. But I think we can win up under Coach Kellen Deboer right away. My honest opinion.
So you didn't give one. What are you saying? What's your prediction?
What I think we are
11-1.
I'm gonna give us 2, and I don't even know who the second one is. They're just being nice.
10-2.
AT, who you think? What do you think?
I'm right there with you on a lot of this stuff. I just don't know who LSU's quarterback is going to be without what's his name, Jaden. Since he's in the NFL, I don't know if they're going to have that good a quarterback behind. That's the one thing about LSU I'd be worried about is if they had another good quarterback. But I think we'll get by LSU. But I'm with y'all. I think we'll find a way to lose one game in regular season because it is so hard to go undefeated. I really do think we'll lose one game. We'll be close. And everybody, when we're getting there, is in the same boat we're in. Everyone's expected to win the national championship, so all the pressure's on everybody, and that's where we'll get them. They're not used to pressure. All our players have been used to pressure year after year after year after year. And now Deboer's in there, and he just got through taking his team to a championship game, so he knows what the pressure feels like. We are battle-tested before we even start the season, guys.
Okay. William?
As Coach Klein said, and it's 11 words, Bobby, I think you just opened up a whole can of whoop ass. I think we're going in their own home. So, yeah, I believe we can go at the 10-1. I'm with you.
I didn't know you could count to 11.
But yeah, I can if I'm not much on this shit, I'm okay.
So I have a question out of the ram. What we're talking about, but so we were talking about portal and people leaving, whatever the case may be. And I know how William feels about this. I heard him talking about it on a show or two back. But we got Caden Proctor back. And I know a lot of us have a lot of mixed feelings, issues with him, whatever the case may be. And, me personally, my thing about it is I don't think you should come and jump anybody. Like the kids who've been there, who stayed through the adversity of coach leaving and all the people hitting the portal and them hiring Deboer, and then you got to get to know him, trust him, and then you stay and pledge yourself to him in the school, right? And then Caden Proctor comes back. My thing was I don't think he should come in and jump anybody. I think he should come in and work. But with that being said, I can't be dumb to the fact that this guy came in and he's battle tested in the SEC. Now, he had a rough start last year. He did. He gave up a lot of sacks, but toward the end of the year, he did get better. right? But he knows the Alabama culture, right? He knows what's expected. He's played in the game. We were talking about pressure. He's been under the pressure. He knows all this. So with him coming back, that is a big plus because whether he starts or not, if somebody goes down, he's a true plug and play. He's a true go in and let's get the job done. He's there. And I know a lot of people don't like it. You know.
Not yet, he ain't.
You don't think he plug and play?
I don't think he's there yet. He needs more teaching. He ain't there yet. Don't forget, he was a true freshman. He got better, but he ain't there yet. He was
right.
making mistakes.
Go ahead, Jen.
I think the issue with Caden Proctor is going to be can he get small enough in the faster amount of time to be able to get out there to the perimeter like Kellen Deboer wants to do and stuff. I think the weight is going to be an issue. I think he has a lot of experience. I still think there's a lot of stuff to be worked on. But with that being said, we are starting we're going to be starting 2 new left tackles too at the same time. Pritchard made a lot of improvement, but I still see a lot of stuff Pritchard need to work on as well too. I like the Wilkin Farmby. I like that guy. I like what Miles McVay does. I like them. But me, for Caden Proctor, I will have to put his butt up under the fire and see if he really wants to be at Alabama. He's not jumping. I wouldn't let him jump nobody right away, me personally. But I think Caden Proctor was a good pickup in the transfer portal. It's crazy to say that because he was on our team.
Right. Yes,
we're going to see how bad. I would see how bad you really want to be at Bama. Yeah, crazy.
Got a question. Question of the night, and it has to be answered. Nick Saban Jr., is it true you're changing your name to Kellen Deboer Jr.? The best question of the night. KB has a ring to it, bro. Has a ring to it.
KB Jr.
Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it.
Why would you want to do it when you're
Can't
a
do
goat
it.
junior already?
Can't do it.
Why would you change away from being a goat junior? Come on. Until Caleb,
Exactly.
until the Boyer
Exactly.
beats out the goat, it's Nick Saban Jr. Sorry.
I can't do it.
But you mentioned
I can't do it.
Can I answer something on Proctor real quick?
Mm-hmm.
All right, on Proctor real quick, because I know we're running up here on an hour, y'all. On Proctor real quick. I love Proctor. I was so excited when he signed with Alabama. I was tickled to death when he got the starting role. I knew he was going to make mistakes, which he did, because he was a true freshman. He had to learn. He had to go through the battles, which he did. And by the end of the season, he was getting better. He still has some hand placement issue. He still has that first step issue. He still has issues he has to work with. But still, when he decided to go on a transfer portal, my heart was broken, but I kind of understood. You know, it's like in my younger age. You got that young girl that comes up all on you. You got all it looking good. Everything's great. And you bring her on and you taking her out and you feeding her. You getting her all everything right. And then she wants that other guy with younger. So she leaves. She leaves her ass that dude over there. He gets over there. She finds out, well, that dick ain't as big as his. He ain't got as much money as he did. So I'm going back over there. So now they're going to come back. So now what you're going to have to do, because I've already been dating somebody else, she's going to have to work her way in over her. So it ain't automatic. This boy's going to have to come in and beat out people, which I think is going to be a good learning experience for him.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, me personally, I'm smashing both.
I love it.
So,
Cajun, you got a number now.
He said, "See ball, get ball."
That's right. Eat it. You sound
All right, rise up.
you sound like a choo-choo train.
I want to go for another hour.
But-
You want to take a prayer for last words?
No, man, let's keep going because we ain't
I'm
we
on.
ain't talking
Come
about
on,
it.
man.
Y'all fired up?
Come
Let's
on.
do it.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, AT.
I would like to ask a question. This goes to Mr. Spencer Ridley. And Mr. Spencer
Ridley.
Ridley,
Is it Ripley? Believe it or not.
open up your ears, you big-headed thing. Let me ask you a question. Now, did you piss Miss Cajun off, up here, or did you run into a parked car?
Oh, that's obvious, man. Come on, really, dude? We're
What'd you do
rednecks.
with
Come
that?
on. Yeah, she
What'd you
told
do?
me to shut up. I thought she said stood up because I'm hard of hearing, and she went whoop upside the head. Homie, don't play that. Bam. And there you go. I got Band-Aid.
I've been dying to ask that all night, man. I knew you'd get a kick out of it. Go ahead, though, Mr. Roll Tide, rise up.
It's better than a cattle prod where she put it. I'd rather take this.
She ain't bring you with a Tennessee branding now, did she? You got a big T on your head.
I know. But I still bleed crimson, no matter what.
Right.
Guys, there's a bird. Go ahead.
So, okay, we done talked about transfer portals and people not transferred and all this good stuff. We coming into fall camp. Well, we ain't coming in. We ain't got into summer yet, but fall camp is up next. So we have fall camp, and then football is right around the corner. I was watching. We don't play this team this year. Like I said, I watch football. I keep my eyes on teams to see what's going on, see what we're looking forward to. And I watched this Texas spring game, and I want to say again, y'all, it's a spring game. But I must admit, that Texas offense looked pretty doggone good. That Texas offense looked like a well-oiled machine. Any questions they had about young Manning passing the ball? He passed the ball well. He put the ball, great placement on the ball. I have to give it to him. Once again, I was at the spring game. Even the backup, even the guys behind 2 and 3 deep, 3 and 4 deep, because the main guy, I can't think of his name right now. Main quarterback, he didn't really play. I think he made it. What's the name again?
Texas.
No, Texas.
Texas. Who gives a damn? The main quarterback.
Quinn Ewers. Yeah, he didn't really play. But what I did notice, because I put up 355 yards on them. And I know a lot of people was crying about our defense. We was worried about our defense. I'm looking at Texas defense is not that hot. Their secondary was getting smoked. Now they can say the same thing about us. I mean, as we said, because we was like a spring game, we're not really running, the full scheme, and we're trying not to get people hurt or different things of that nature. But I'm looking at Texas, that offense, and I really like what I see, and I'm bringing Texas up. The reason I'm bringing Texas up is because Texas is in the SEC. It might be a great chance that we meet them in the SEC championship game, right? And I would like to know what you guys think, because Deboer is an offensive-minded coach, and we saw what he did at the school he were previous, especially in Washington, and they were a high-powered offense. And I like our running back room. I like our wide receiver depth. Do you guys think that we are going to kind of mirror, not Washington, but Texas? Do you think our offense is going to look similar to Texas as far as the play calling? It's a lot of Sark has a lot of creativity on this offense, and I'm hoping that I don't want to mirror them. I don't want to image them. I want us to be Alabama, but we're going away from the run game that we used to be. You know, it really has kind of went away. We went away with Tua. You know, we kind of got away from that at that point. But do you guys think that we're going to maybe be a, you know, high-powered offense is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Like Texas, do you think that Deboer can go blow for blow with Sark? Go ahead, Phil. You got your hand up.
Yeah, on this one, what you have with Texas and Stark, I love the man to death. I really do. He did great for Alabama, but he's doing the exact same thing that Kirby Smart is doing at Georgia. They're both taking Nick Saban's style of play, offense and defense, and putting it in their game. Well, guess what? Everybody knows this offense and defense now. It ain't a shocker no more. Coach Deboer knows how to change that up and defend and go against that type of offense and defense. So, no, we ain't going to play the same old thing. He's going to take the good parts that he wants to work with that Nick Saban did is proven great, then he's going to twist it to the way he wants it. So these people who thinks he's all that, it's going to get proven that Alabama's coming. And we're winning this damn natty. Okay. Because basically you got two colleges, Texas, well, Ole Miss. Well, Ole Miss went to the total, air raid. But in Georgia, doing everything, system and all, like Nick Saban did. Right. Well, guess what? Our coach Deboer has Nick Saban in his ear going, hey, yeah, I did that. This is what you need to do to defend it. Yeah, I was doing that. This is what they're doing. They're mocking me. So let me tell you what they're doing. I mean, do you agree or disagree?
I mean, with the Nick Saban in his ear, yeah. I think Sark is so creative, though. He's on the fly creator. That's the thing about Sark. You can throw away a game plan that he had during the week because he would sit there and create on the field on the sideline. That's the brilliance of Sark. He make adjustments. If something's not working,
I agree.
He's gonna switch it up on you. He's gonna look and like, okay, well, this ain't working, but this is what their defense is doing. And he plays a hell of a chess game, And I'm just hoping that the board will do that. Like if something's not working, because we have been so vanilla, so plain on offense the last couple of years with whatever that dude's name was who came down here for 2 years. And last year we had I can't think of his name either. But
it don't damn matter. He's gone.
He's gone. He tried to switch up a little bit, but you got to be creative, man. You have to be creative. And I saw what the boy did with Washington, and I know he could do it there. I'm just wondering what you guys think. What do you take? What do you think? You think we're gonna not be an air raid, but have creativity on offense?
No, I think it's what Deboer was hired for, to have a difference in what Saban was doing, because there was people that was doing that, which brings me to another point. But I'll say topic, but I really want to say something about Proctor. But okay, that later.
No, go ahead. Say something. Go ahead.
No. I want to keep that going because I think it's important, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say that for you. But
AT, what do you think about the offense in the board? Do you think?
I think the offense, it's going to be more creative than what we had the last 3 years. Coach Bob, he's back in the NFL, and that other guy's back up at Notre Dame playing field hockey or whatever that stuff's called. This guy we got, Sheridan and Coach Deboer, they're going to have some twists on plays that nobody's seen typically in the SEC. So, I think we're going to be we can average 35 to 37, maybe even 40 points a game, guys. We're going to take off this year like it has because they ain't different Lewis here and there, and by the time they catch on, points down.
Yeah.
Got you. Nick.
He didn't.
Yes, I thought we are gonna be very, very much more creative. We seen it in A-Day game. Very vanilla,
Yeah.
but we seen stuff we
Yeah.
haven't seen in a long time. Jet
Right.
sweeps.
Yes.
Listen, the weapons that we have, Bureau as a running quarterback, he's going to take that into accountability. He's not going to veer much off of what Jalen Miro does best. He's going to use that to his advantage. He knows the running back room we got. He's going to use that to his advantage. The athletes that we have on the outside, Jeremy Bernard, Kobe Prentice, Kendrick Law, he's going to use those guys to his advantage. I think this offense is going to be very, very different what we've been seeing over the last past couple of years. I think he's going to be very creative in what we got. What we seen in the A-Day game was so plain. It was so plain. But when he talked about it, the offense in the press conference, he had that exciting look on him, that body language when he talked about the offense. Like, that was just implementing the basis of the offense. We didn't see them get deep into it. We didn't see them what they do at Washington. Them sending players in motion at the last minute to give the defense a different look at the last second, and creating the scheming the dude wide open where Jalen don't have to throw into a small window. These dudes are gonna be running wide open now. Make the throw a whole lot easier for Jalen Miro. Think about that one play he threw to Jeremy Bernard on the side. That was an easy throw for him because this dude was running wide open. We're gonna see a lot of that during the season.
Okay. You also like you had your pen up, like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I know. I got another topic. I want to go back and see what Williams got to say about Proctor. I got my mind curious now. I need to know what Williams got to say about Proctor now. Then I got a good topic that I got to bring up to Nick Saban ways here.
Well, I mean, I can still think on. So if y'all
I'm about to
got
step away
something else,
real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, my thought on Caden Proctor is, yeah, he did leave, and I'm just curious, and I'm going to be watching Iowa Hawkeyes this year because I've been all who knows there. Or planning and maybe got a little bit of extra money and then come back, so to make it look like it is. So, I mean, do you think that's possible that could be going on during this transfer portal stuff and Caden Proctor doing what he did? And should we just accept him with open arms? I'm like Nick Saban Jr. Like I said, the guys that's already been putting the work in, Wilkins Formby, I think he should stay there and be right there, and he should be number one. And then that other one that he mentioned there, I think they should be there. So there you go. What do y'all think?
Well, me personally, I think he's going to have to put the work in and beat somebody out. That it ain't automatic. That he's got to put the work in. He's got to prove it. He's got to run the same drills, everything. That it ain't automatic. And I'm pretty sure, because he did not play last year for Coach Deboer, that he's going to have to prove it. Because Coach Deboer said, "You didn't play for me. You played for Nick Saban. You didn't play for me. Now you got to show me what you got."
Look at your wife comment.
Go ahead, brother.
Let's look at your wife comment.
Well, I know my wife's comments. I'm used to it.
I'm on that shit. Yeah.
I'm on that shit. All right.
We on that shit, buddy.
All right. I've got this question. I'm going to put it out to you, Rise Up, and I'll let you carry it around the table. And when Nick Saban gets back, you can throw it at him.
All right.
We all have to admit, even the Georgia fans, all these other fans who watched the A-Day game, and all of them was watching because they want us to suck so bad because Nick Saban is gone. So we are supposed to fall off the face of the earth. We are supposed to go down, and they finally get a chance. So they was watching, all right? But with that being said, we got some great running backs. We have awesome running backs in our backfield. We got them going on. We have it all. To me, Richard Young was a standout show out. I mean, he showed out to me A-Day game. You know, Sweet Justice Hayes didn't get that much, but he's going to be a force to reckon with. But with all that being said, with our great running backs we got, I personally, I want to see another King Henry size gentleman in the backfield that we can rely on. I mean, we don't have that. We got a lot of speed. We got a lot of foot movement. We just don't have that King Henry that we love so. I mean, what do y'all think? I would love to see a King Henry in the background.
We got Daniel Hill coming in.
There.
He's there. So we got Daniel Hill there. And he, from what I looked at his high school, film and everything, and he's not Derrick Henry size now. I mean, that's Derrick Henry was 6, whatever. The dude, I ain't know how to describe to be a running back, to be that big and running and that fast, But Daniel Hill is a hard runner. He's a run your ass over type of dude. From what I'm seeing his film, he's that. Yeah, I'm finna punish you type of dude. So when he gets there, Nick Drink said he's there now. I don't know how they're gonna scheme him in. Are they gonna use him as a power back or whatever? But they should use him as this guy should be a battering ram because that's what he does. So that's what I'm looking forward to see, Spencer. I can't wait to see him with the ball in his hand because I think he's gonna be the closest thing to Henry that we have seen in a minute.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go to Nick Jr. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Hill. Hill played in the A-Day game. He played in the A-Day game, and we talking about the kid that should be attending the prom this Saturday. So he is not college strong yet. When he start putting on for real serious muscle, we're gonna see the bruiser in him. I think the initial plan right now for him is short downs and goal line situations. But what I was impressed with, a guy his size was able to come out the backfield and catch the ball during the A-Day game. That's what I was impressed with more. Yep. Will he live up to a King Henry? That's them big shoes to fill.
Right.
Them big shoes to fill. Does he have that potential? I do think he has that potential. I do think we'll be talking about Daniel Hill in the long run, and I think up under killing the board is going to know how to use him very well. One thing about killing the board, he has what he wants to do, but he will not shy away from your skill set. He will not shy away from what you do strong. He will use that to his advantage. So, yes, I think Daniel Hill will be very good for us. King Henry, that's just hard.
Yeah.
That's just hard to put anybody on that level, but he has that potential, I think.
Just real quick on that one before you go back around the table on this one. Nick Saban Jr., do you think we already had a King Henry and Julio Jones if he was just in the backfield? Think about his days at Alabama receiving. You put him in the backfield. Would he not have been a King Henry?
So who that?
Julio
Jones.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Hey, that's possible. I seen Julio play for real in high school. I seen him play in high school, and that dude's size, like seriously, if you would put him in the backfield, he definitely would have been that guy. He definitely would have been the Heisman Trophy winner.
Okay. I'm just scared. Go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry. It just hit me. We're talking about Julio.
I'm going to 18 next, but I think after Henry left, the closest thing we've seen to Henry was Why am I drawing a blank?
Not
From
Najee.
Najee Harris.
Najee.
Najee Harris.
Najee.
Yeah.
He was just he was more nimble than because he'll jump over you. When Najee would drop his shoulder on you and lower the boom too. Don't get it. He would lower the boom on you. So Najee was the closest. Go ahead, Nick.
So with Daniel Hill, I think we possibly get more of a Najee. Probably not as nimble, not as nimble, but far as being able to catch out the backfield and make plays happen and be able to lower the boom on you when he needs to, I think we get more of a Najee than a Derrick Henry out of Daniel Hill.
Gotcha. All right, AT.
Now I don't expect him to jump over stuff now.
Right, right. AT, what do you think about the backs? I mean, are you looking for it? Do you want a Henry type of back? Do you think somebody is capable in our current backfield right now?
They are going to all be, of course, they all got to make their own stories, how they played and how they worked and how hard they've been. It comes down to how bad you want it a lot of times, and sometimes it comes down to you just ain't got that 4-2 instead of that 4-3 or instead of that 4-4. You don't have that. You got a 4-5. And that's what Najee was. Najee had good enough speed he could get away from you or run over you. Derrick Henry is a once-in-a-generation type running back at his size and his speed and his power. He's like Bo Jackson, Herschel Walker. They only come along once for each team in a generation. But, yeah, I think everybody mentioned Jam Miller tonight. Jamari Miller, he's going to have a good season. I think he's going to rotate the running backs out unless one of them gets hurt. You're not going to have a 1,800-yard rusher. You're going to have 3 or 4 guys that all combine together, maybe, hit 2,500 yards between the 4 of them.
Okay. William?
Yeah, I agree. There's somebody mentioned there Richard Young there. I think he'll do good for us too. But
he's the main man. He's the reason I brought this up, Richard Young.
Yeah. But I agree with you. Najee Harris, another one of them would be good. Also, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that this go back to what Spencer was saying earlier with Deboer playing those guys to get those guys in there and get them excited about being here and feel they getting playing time. So I think that's a big plus. Because I really would say that if we didn't have Deboer, Richard Young probably would have transferred up out of here because he probably would have so much playing time this season behind Miller and Justice. But I think Deboer get him work his plan to get. I think everybody's gonna be satisfied, man. We have a deep running back room.
Deep
running back room.
Can I bring up one more topic before we go into our last words, please?
Yeah.
Because I don't know when I'm gonna get all this group back together again. So I want y'all's input. I'm absorbing it like a sponge right now. On Kangaroo Black Show, he brought up the NCAA is now allowing unlimited transfers. The main point is that the student cannot play for 2 different teams in the same year. What do you think about that? Rise up, and you can pass it around.
I don't like it. I don't personally like it. At this point, I just go back to watching NFL. Listen. We talked about Proctor, and I think Caden. Well, I was wrong because I thought Caden Proctor would have probably been a catalyst to start the discussion on we need to do something about this portal because this dude left and came back within a couple of months and is eligible to play. That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that you can be on one team this year, playing fine, go to another school, play, go to another school. It's just too much, man. At some point, you're gonna have to sit down. Like right now, we can't. what's the young man named Nick? This in the portal from Alabama.
Curtis Perry.
Curtis Perry, right? He can't go play for another SEC school, but he can go and play ACC, Big Ten, whatever, whoever the other conferences are. But then he can turn right back around and come back and play for the SEC, then leave and go play for the ACC again. I mean, it's some. If they don't do it by the transfer portal, then the NIL gonna have to. It's something gonna give because you get these kids to come to your school for this money, and then they don't even play for you. Prime example, Caden Parker. You go to Iowa, you get whatever money that they offered you, and you don't play one down.
And look, and hung them out to dry. Didn't even play a spring game. You hung them. You went there, hung them out to dry, took their money, and came back.
So if the transfer portal don't stop, then I think it'll stop with like these people gonna be like, hey, listen, we're not giving you our money unless you sign this contract that you're gonna be here or you're gonna get all this money. It's something gonna give to where they're gonna have to stop. This is too much, man. I don't like this unlimited transfer type of deal.
But you know,
go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say this about the NIL part of it. This is what they get for boosters getting involved with this NIL instead of brand deals like Nike, Jordan, somebody come sponsoring you. Boosters, this is what the boosters get for giving these kids money. That's all that was. Boost. Right. These ain't brand deals like Bryce Young got. Bryce Young got brand deals that was NIL. Right. Jam Miller got a potential NIL deal with a company called Jam. That's what happens when these boosters. That's what they get. USC just got to do. They just got to do it on transfer portal. He transferred from USC to UCLA. Now he's going back to USC.
Hell, these are
crazy, but
these are ditty moments, but the players are giving it to the boosters. That's the only difference.
Right. So I think this is my thing on the transfer, and I had always said this. I think you should get the 1 free. Like, okay, you transfer the first time, and you can go to somewhere else and play. Cool. But if you come in that transfer portal after your only one and only season there, then you gotta wait. You gotta sit it out for a year. I don't care what conference you're going to, you gotta wait. That'll stop a lot of that shit. I promise you will.
Yeah, I agree to that.
Yeah, I agree with the transfer you're talking about. If you transfer out of that transfer portal, I don't care where you go, anywhere in the United States, any school. If you want to get back in that transfer portal again and for a second time, give me what that's called show cause. Why are you going back in? Because you're not getting to play? I'm sorry, tough shit, you're here. Are you transferring out because of a hardship case? Okay, that's fine. I'll let you go. If it's something like that, but you can't just go bounce and win year in, year out. But I like to see after that first go where you want to go, you should have these coaches have a show cause as to why you should be allowed to bounce again to another school. Other than that, I don't understand it because it's ruining college football.
Right.
Do I?
No, I'm waiting on William.
Yeah, William.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, to get back to the boosters doing that, they actually do that up here in Nebraska, called Nebraska 1863, I think it's 1863 or 93 or whatever. That is that they advertise on the TV, and the boosters putting it on people to have money for NIL. And that's strictly what it is, NIL. And they even said it in their commercials. So, but boosters are going to get fed up with that shit. Just handing out money for them to just, I don't like this here. I'm going to go somewhere. That's bullshit. Right. Bullshit.
Right. And you don't have to get the money back. So either you can come and take the money and stay, or if you leave,
and listen. we want to make this like professional sports so bad. So let's teach the kids the professional way. All right, if you take this NIL money, but you don't live up to your contract, guess what? You got to buy out. Now you got to buy out. You gotta buy out. You gotta put this money back. You gotta pay some of this money back. I think it should be okay. 1 year you get this amount. 2 years you get this amount. 3 years you get this amount. You know what I'm saying? But if you good enough to go to the pro, then you get the full 4 years. But if you leave before then, you gotta put the amount of years that you didn't live up to your contract back. That's what I feel like. Because we talk about coaches do it. We talk about coaches do it all the time, but guess what? The coaches have a buyout. Usually the other program buys it out. If the other program want to buy it out for them, that's cool. But it should be a buyout.
Right.
That's what I was going to get ready to say. The coaches do it, but the whoever hires them had to do the buyout. Same thing should be with the student with the NIL. If you're going to take them, well, you got to buy out that contract.
Yep.
Yeah.
He agreed to $1 million and he's gone, then you got to pay that other $1 million to keep him. I agree with that.
Yep.
But then what's gonna happen if the player says, I don't like this, like Proctor did, and I'm gonna go back to the other place? What's to stop that
That's
shit?
true.
The buyout?
Nothing, because they made it legal.
Right. But if it had the buyout, he had to get that money back.
Yep.
So you had to get that money back. So they don't think about it. You're like, oh, I got to get his money back. Now, especially if you didn't spend it. If you don't win and spend it.
Right quick. Because what if you hit the portal, but nobody wants to buy it out? What if you hit the portal, but nobody wants to buy it out? But you as the player still gotta buy out. Because you got to get this money back because you left the program.
Yeah,
that's why there's no regulations on any of it. None. It's bullshit, man.
What you gonna say, Spencer?
To Sam's question and comment, he says, "Guys, what are y'all's thoughts on the NCAA rule changes of 2-minute warning and communication devices in the helmets?" Sam, be perfectly honest with you, I got no problem with either one. 2-minute warning, we've always had that. I got no problem with it. The only difference is if you got 2 minutes and 3 seconds and they snap the ball, and then when the ball's down, whatever time's left on the clock is your 2-minute warning. It's not automatically reset. So I got no problem with that. The devices in the helmets, I really have no problem with that whatsoever. I'm surprised it took this long. Now, that's my opinion. What do y'all think?
I understand with you on that one, Spencer. I think the exact same way with the 2-minute warning rule and the device in the helmet. I don't see an issue with it myself, so I'm cool.
I don't got a problem with it. Michigan's the reason why we got this, and I like to see that. Every time it says Michigan National Champs, I'd like to see an asterisk up there beside their damn name. Michigan National Champs with asterisks. And that's the reason why we're going to these headsets, guys, because Michigan, he had to cheat. And Jim Harbaugh, guess what? You had to cheat. All right, go ahead.
I do. I got a problem with that, and I'll explain why. You remember USFL? That guy kept saying, "Coach, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you." I'll have a problem with that. What good is it if it ain't going to work?
Well, then you set it up. If I can't hear you, run the damn ball. Simple,
right?
I can't hear it, run the ball.
Do what you told. Yeah.
Well, man, we had a pretty decent long show tonight, fellas. Been a while since
Nick
y'all.
Jr.
Go ahead. What you about to say, Spencer?
We hadn't heard Nick Saban Jr.'s point on this one with a helmet.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Hey, it don't make me none. Either way, y'all they'll figure it out. Hey, if they can't hear shit, y'all better still have them signs and signals going on the sideline. I really think the communication part though, for it just really, to communicate with the quarterback to let them know what was going on type thing. I think the signs and signals will still be there or whatever. But hey, whatever, they work it out, they'll figure it out. I don't believe. that's the type of stuff I don't really. I browse over that stuff, but I don't really look too deep into it.
I don't know. Can
You
I
just
start
have
off
two
with the last
helmets.
word?
Yeah,
Just
go
have two
ahead.
helmets,
All right,
just in case it will mess it
Everybody's
up.
starting to yawn now. I'm gonna start off with last words. Mine is, I don't know how many of y'all heard about in 2025, we're having an international football league. I ain't talking about soccer. I'm talking about an oblong pigskin between teams in the U.S. and Mexico. They're starting a new league, international league. And Alabama has a team. It's out of Huntsville, Alabama,
Really?
which I have no problem with none of that. Now, I don't know how they're going to pay for all that traveling with a team from Huntsville going to Cancun, team from Cancun coming to Huntsville. I don't know how all this is going to be paid for. I have no clue. I
I know how
think
the
it's
team
going
from
to be a
Cancun
flop.
gonna get there. I know how they're gonna get their money.
I'm just saying. Know what I'm saying? But what I got a problem with is the name that they gave the Alabama football team on the International League.
What is it?
The Alabama Beavers. It ain't even
What
the
the
same
fuck?
thing.
I mean, my bad.
Son of a bitch. You didn't fucking ruin my night.
I'm sorry.
Motherfucker.
That's what they did.
Dude.
Not the armadillos that we have laid all over the fucking road. The fucking
Damn.
They could have called them the Bucks.
Alabama's got some pretty beavers out there. I won't deny that. But these
Yeah.
These bastards have been lost their ever loving mind. We got the Huntsville Trash Pandas. Now we got the Huntsville Beavers. God almighty.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all about this league. We ain't gonna have to worry about it for long because it ain't gonna last. It's
I
a league
ain't going to
that's
no
not gonna
bigger
last.
game. Yeah.
They ain't nobody going to the big game. It's gonna be about 1,000 solid people in them games. Ain't nobody.
Hey,
that
man.
league is not gonna last.
Hey, guys, you know,
The UFL to me is good, but them.
Go
that league
Beavers,
ain't gonna
go
last,
Beavers.
Man. We done seen these leagues. We done seen these leagues. We done seen these leagues all the time. They don't survive. The only reason why the XFL might survive because they combine with the USFL. They two leagues combined. But these leagues don't survive, man. We ain't gonna have to worry about that for long.
Hey, when I hear that beaver, the first thing that comes to my mind is Naked Gun. Nice beaver. Oh, thanks.
That ain't the first thing that came in my mind. Now let's go to the trucker over here talking about beavers.
I mean, at least call them Alabama Beavers. You know? What'd you say, Mr. Spencer? I didn't hear you, bud. I'm sorry.
I was getting Williams, the retired trucker's point of view.
Oh,
on a beaver.
Well, some about how they gonna get paid, and the cartel, is gonna take care of Mexico's end. Which way? This way.
They better not lose.
They're gonna get paid by. I don't know how we gonna pay for our travel, so that's up in there. So
they better check them balls when they come across the border.
Well, some of them beavers, I know. So
the ball gonna be filled with more than air.
Hey, that's what it might be all about, trying to move their weight.
Somebody gonna kick a field goal and be right out of here, man.
I dare one of the Mexico teams down there to call their team the fence jumpers. I dare them.
Did you say the goat humpers?
Y'all go ahead. That was my last words.
Hey, you know what? That would be a good name for Alabama. You change our name from the Beavers to the Border Patrol. The Alabama Border Patrol. I go for that.
Yeah.
Alabama La Migra.
Yeah, this league definitely not gonna last. This
Nah,
league
it's
is gonna
not.
get canceled.
What
Yeah.
what don't do with it that's already there, like chicken plants and all that stuff. You know, we need to send them back and then put
Alabama
the fence
chicken
up around
Somebody got
Alabama.
Okay.
I'm about to talk too much. Let me sit down. I'm about to talk too much.
Hold on.
Holy
Who's next?
shit.
Who's next? Are we out of here? Man?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
AT, last thought for last.
My mind's blown. Fucking beavers. Shit. I'm done, man.
Cocaine cowboy. That's right, Brittany. All right, William. Last word, sir.
Last word. Oh, we got a lot to look at this year, fellas. We already spoke on the two things that we've all said that's bullshit, and that's the NIL. Well, so, y'all, I know some of y'all are in favor of them get paid, and then Coach Saban's even said that. But there needs to be regulations before they do this stuff. That should have been from the beginning, the get go. It should have already been planned out and went from there. But they didn't do it. So now we have this fucked up mess that we got, you know, and then you got transfer. You know, I don't like it here. I'm gone. And that's gonna mess up all this here getting paid for play that way. So, you know, and then you know, it's a great topic there. All hail Coach Deboer. He's doing what nobody else is doing. He's still recruiting, keeping the players that he came in with, keeping a lot of them. So
Right.
all hail Coach Deboer. Roll Tide. I'm done. Go ahead.
Nick Jr., last word, sir.
He's thinking about it.
To a topic, my bad, but no. Does the defense concern you in? Does the 4-2-5 defense concern y'all in?
Before we go, I want to take this around the room. Spencer, does the 4-2-5 concern you, sir?
Say that again?
Does the 4-2-5 defense concern you?
No, I love it.
Never. Okay.
But it takes execution for it to work. 1 weak link, you are vulnerable as hell. That's the problem with that defense.
Okay.
That's the problem with. But yes, you can do. You got great scheming on blitzes. You can do out of that defense. Awesome. They won't know where it's coming from. But if everybody ain't on board, if somebody misses a cue, there's an opening a mile wide for whatever they want to do, run through or pass through. That's my only problem with it.
Okay. AT, do you have a problem with the 4-2-5 swarm defense?
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, and I don't have a problem with it at all. But my thing is this. They're going to simplify, I guess, the way you call it, because this 4-2-5, each player is responsible for one gap. He's not responsible for read and react. He's not supposed to have an inside, outside, and cover both gaps. He's got one gap that he's got to be responsible for, and he's going to hit that gap, and that's all he's got to worry about. So they're going to run to the ball quicker than they have been the past couple of years with all these, you know, read and react defenses we had. It's going to be go get them. So I know, like what Spencer said, as long as you got the guys that can do what they're supposed to do, defense is going to be hell to handle, guys.
Okay. William, do you have any concerns about this new 4-2-5 defense? It's not a new defense, but it's new for us.
Yes, sir. But I got a question back to you. Now, are we talking the 5 is on the line, or is a 4 on the line?
4 is on the line with 2 linebackers and 5 DBs.
4 on the line, 2 middle,
okay.
and 5 in secondary.
Yeah. Yes. That's definitely new. I mean, if the guys can learn it in a short amount of time that they got to learn it, you know, hey, you know, I'm all in for it, and you know, it's something, and you know, other players are going to see that too. But didn't I think maybe Tennessee played that when they played Georgia down in Athens that time that they played them? Did it not play that a game time or two? So I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna bring up a point against Texas. I'm not concerned about it at all. but we seen how Michigan handled a 4-2-5. A powerful running team can really damage a 4-2-5. A team like a Georgia with powerful running backs can really damage a 4-2-5. A team with big backs that really run the ball can damage a 4-2-5. When you have to get a safety walk down on possibly tight ends and stuff, can they withstand that? That's my only concern. But if we play a team like Texas that likes to throw the ball, I'm really not concerned about it as much. I'm really not concerned about it. But when we come against a run-heavy offense that has multiple backs that can run that ball, it can be very get concerning because now 4-2-5 consists of a lot smaller, more athletic guys than the beefier guys that we're used to. That is the only thing that concerns me. Will we be able to withstand a run-heavy offense with multiple big backs, multiple backs that can get the job? Because when you look at Michigan, how they ran on Washington, that was like abuse. That was abuse.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I look at.
So, well, one last question before I do my last talk. Do you think that we will? Okay, we do the 4-2-5, and we run into somebody like Georgia, somebody else that has a plethora of running backs, and they're pounding us with it. Do you think we will revert from it and go to something else, or we're here? We're just gonna stick with it and go. Good, bad, better, worse.
I don't know. I don't know. I think that's Kane Womack's thing. 4-2-5.
Okay.
I think that's his thing. But I like the swarm. Believe me, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Spencer?
Me personally, we got 4 down linemen. We can't stop a damn run. We deserve to lose the fucking game. Because under Golden Dildo, we were playing a 1-10. They had 1 down lineman in the damn dirt and everybody else standing up the fuck around. We have 4 linemen with their hands in the dirt. They better not be able to run on us. Straight up.
Yeah.
There's my fault.
Well, time will tell. We will see. I think, we'll tweak some things as the year goes along. So we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Well, my last topic of the night is basically my first topic. And how I started off. Like I said, I've been in a lot of chats, and a lot of people have a lot of stuff to say about our Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm looking at games, and it has nothing to do with Alabama whatsoever. But if you look at the chats, Alabama seems to be the topic of conversation, and I'm scratching my head like, we don't even play y'all. Why is this the topic? Why is Alabama the topic of conversation in this chat? This is the West Virginia spring game. Why are we talking about Bama? That's only
West Virginia, Alabama shouldn't even be in the same conversation.
Dude, I'm like, what's going on here? But that's just really what it lets me know is that these people are really still concerned. They say when somebody, what I'm trying to say? How am I trying to say it? When somebody talks about something so much, right? And they say that they're not concerned with it, they are scared as shit about it. Because if the little dude down the street want to fight
you talking about Georgia fans? You talking about Georgia fans?
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. But not just them, though.
I understand.
It's not just them, though. A lot, but it is a lot of them. But the little dude across the street want to fight you, and any day of the week that this guy, come on, man, you could blow him and fall down. You're not worried about him, so you're not even talking about him. Like, why are we talking about this guy? I can't beat this guy. But if you're talking about something over and over and over and over again, you're worried. You're worried. You what they say, you selling wolf tickets. You might be, pumping your chest up talking about Alabama's done and Saban's gone. Alabama fans, y'all could it's over for y'all. And why you worried about it? If we're done, you should be focused on you. We should be the last thing that you worry about. but we're not. We're the first thing on your mind. That just lets me know that we are in good hands. We all right, y'all. We're gonna be just fine.
Every time at work, when I see a new person, a Georgia fan, they be like, "What y'all gonna do since Saban ain't gone? We're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna win. What y'all gonna do since Saban gone? What y'all gonna do? Cause we ain't worried about y'all. we ain't worried about nothing.
Exactly.
That's why the two keeps checking in with us, so he can go tell Kirby, hey, this is what they're doing over here or whatever. We ain't worried about y'all. We knocked y'all out of the main one, the big three. So it did not happen. It's only two. Only two. That's it. Go ahead.
Well, man, it's been fun. What are you at? Minute 51, 52 seconds. Y'all. Almost 2 hours a night tonight. Like I said, it's been a long time since we had all of us together. And man, it's been great. I feel good to get on here and talk with everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And,
Miss y'all.
I get on here when I can. Can't promise every Tuesday, but I get on here when I can sneak away. And it was fun sneaking away. I'm gonna play hook a little bit more often.
When you can, brother.
Yeah, I'm in the process right now trying a future 5-star right now. So I've been putting a lot of time and efforts in trying to get that boy right. That boy ran his first 40 today, 40 time today. He ran a 5 flat, but the only reason why he ran a 5 flat because he slowed up before the finish line.
Hey, so get it right, man. Like I said, we'll be seeing you, your son committing. Now listen, tell him don't flip flop. Now when he commit to school.
Hey, but I'm like I told you, Raza, if you hear any rumors about money, best believe nigga Saban Jr. got the money.
I need to borrow some, so let's talk about this. Anyway,
it's true.
If you ever hear that Cam Newton story about nigga Saban Jr., I got the money.
What you got going, Icebox, for you carry us out of here?
Well, I want y'all to know I got a share in Nick Saban Jr., so he ain't going to be the only one with the money. I hope Junior don't mind me saying this, but we are going to be running the Pick'em show again this year. We'll probably start about a week or two, maybe 3 before the regular season starts. I wanted to announce it, guys. We're going to do it again, and I appreciate Junior, and we're going to have fun again this year, so y'all catch us when it starts back up again. Just putting a bug in your ear. All right, guys, I'm out.
All right, y'all. Well, like I said, it's been great. It's late. We've been here 2 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and call it a night, fellas. It's been great, talking.
Miss you, brother. Miss you both.
AT, William, Nick Jr.
My wife's even
Great
clapping back here.
It's been wonderful.
Look what's going on up in my house.
Rise up. Start back in my big buddy, the dude on the right side down here. You put the stack in tonight. You made a big side of him. Nick Saban, you're having you on here. It's been a blast, guys. Come on back, please. We had a great time tonight. After us in sports and laughing, I don't know how long.
Right. So with that, fellas, we're gonna call it a night. And Mr. Maestro, Icebox, can you take us out with some words of wisdom from Mr. Bear Bryant, sir?
Roll Tide.
You've got to be better in all 3 areas of life, which of course are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'd be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those 3 areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at a time, 4 years from now, why, we'll be walking out of here